is saying something about what they say. They say something else. The Christians and Jews say something else. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is answering their question. Okay? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is first telling what they say. Am taquluna, or do you say? Taquluna means you say. Am means or. Okay? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this ayat is directly addressing the people of the books. Okay? Jews and Christians by saying, Am taquluna, do you say that Inna Ibrahima wa Ismaila wa Ishaqa wa Yaquba, 4 prophets. Okay? You say about those 4 prophets, and wal asbata, and their tribes, some other tribes. Kanu Hudan aw Nasara, that they were Jews and Christians.
Which one was the one that went down the well?
Yusuf.
Oh, Yusuf.
Yeah. So, Jews and Christians say that Ibrahim was a Yahudi or a Nasrani, or Ishaq and Yaqub and Ismail, they were Hudan or Nasara, either they were Jews or they were Christians. Okay? Even though Judaism started after them, Christianity started after them, but they include the previous prophets and say that they were Jews or Christians. If something is started later, how come the prophets who were there before could be the part of their religion? Followers of these religions. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, you say something which doesn't make any sense here. Okay? So let's look at the Am taquluna. Am means or. Or. Okay? Am means or. Taquluna, you say. Taf'aluna, you do. Taquluna, you say. And you here is pointing to Jews and Christians. Okay? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, or you say. Okay? And these words, inna has come many times. Inna means surely. Okay? Surely. You are saying something with surety. Okay? Am taquluna, or you say surely. And what are these 4 names are mentioned? First Ibrahim alayhi salam, and his 2 sons, Ismail alayhi salam and Ishaq alayhi salam, are his 2 sons. And Ismail and Ishaq. Okay. And his grandson Yaqub. Okay. And one more thing, Asbat means the tribes. Those tribes who were part of these, their progeny. Okay, their offsprings. So this word we have, it has come before. This means and the tribes. Their tribe is the offspring of these prophets or the progeny of these prophets who were like tribes. So those tribes, okay? Then the word is Kanu. Kanu is from these letters, Kaf, Waw, Noon. This means to be. Kaf, Waw, Noon means to be, okay? And if I put a fatah on each of them, this means he was. Okay, that's how we make the grammar. When you put a verb fatha on each letter, fa'ala means he did. Okay. Now the middle letter waw with a
the to be is kind of like is related to creation too, right?
to be in English or to become.
To become like masculine.
Just a to be.
Okay.
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 In English. Now the waw with the fatha is like an alif, so it becomes kana. We change that, it becomes kana. Kana means he was. Third person, past tense. He was. Okay? Kana. And its plural is kanu. Kanu means they were. Plural of he was is they were. They were. What they were? Two words. Hudan and Nasara. Hudan means Yahudi, Jews. And Nasara is Nasrani, which is Christian. Okay? So these two words are Jews and Christians. Or means or Christians. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying to Jews and Christians that do you say am taquluna, or you say surely, inna means surely, and then list of several prophets and their tribes. Okay. Kanu, they were, means all these prophets were either Jews or Christians. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling these Christians and Jews that why do you say such a thing? Or you are saying such a thing that these prophets were either Jews or they were Christians. Okay? Then after reminding their statement, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is replying them. Okay? From this point, Qul. Qul means say. And it is to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So Allah says to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, say now. Say to these people. Qul means say. Or tell these people. Okay? And what is the message in the statement? Is a'antum a'lamu. Okay? A'antum, here, and antum. Antum means you. And this makes it question mark. So we can say, do you? Or are you? Okay. Or are you or do you? Okay. Antum means you Christian or Jews. And Alif with this Hamza in the beginning makes it a statement of asking or question. Do you? Okay. Now, Ain Lam Mim means to know. Ain Lam Mim means to know.
How did the Christianity get dissected to so many different faiths? like for instance, like Catholic and Christian, and you know what I mean? Like, maybe because, I mean, they made up. I mean, I don't know. I'm thinking to myself, like, it's kind of funny because like it's either in the book or not, you know, unless they made it up themselves, you know.
Yeah.
God says they made themselves.
Yeah, they made it themselves. Certain things.
God says they in the book.
Okay. So this means to know. Okay. A'lamu means he knows best. He knows best. It's a superlative degree. If you're talking about someone who knows more than anybody, that's a'lamu. A'lamu means one who knows best. Okay? So a'lamu means one who knows best. Okay? Now, from this there is the word alimun. Alimun, he who knows. Okay? So the difference is alimun means someone who knows, a knowledgeable person. But a'lamu is a superlative degree. One who knows best or more or all is a'lamu. Okay? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, A'antum a'lamu. Do you know best? A'antum a'lamu. Do you know best?
And I say God knows best.
Right. A'lamu, know best. Okay? And the word after that is means or Allah. Do you know best or Allah knows best? Okay. Antum a'lamu, do you know best or Allah? Or Allah knows best.
Like on why meme has got a kasra.
Always when you combine, a kasra goes there. It's a rule, you know. When you combine, it combines with a kasra. Okay. Separately, it is and Allahu, and when you combine, then it becomes Amillahu. This becomes a Hamzatul Wasl, and this becomes a kasra. Amillahu. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is asking them a question. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, ask a question. Go and tell them that, do you know best, or do you know more, or Allah knows more? Okay? Antum a'lamu, do you know best, or Allah means Allah knows best. Antum a'lamu abillah.
If I separate, put a little space between and alamu, then do your knowledge better or Allah's?
So yes, so actually that's why I keep repeating twice. Do you know best or Allah knows best? So this a'lamu has to share. Okay? So you're saying that if you put a stop here or you stop here, at this point. So this is first applying. Antum alamu, do you know best? Okay. And when you say amila Allahu, or Allah knows best. So this has to be shared between two. A'lamu. Then, after asking a question, the answer is not expected, the statement is left there. Just ask a question and leave them thinking. Just a simple statement, do you know best or he knows best? Okay? Naturally, they cannot come back and say, no, we know best. So there is no reason to say anything after that. Because this is such a powerful statement that they will never come back and say, no, we know more than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It will be understood that they will not be able to challenge this statement. Doesn't matter what else they have been saying, all these things they have been saying, but now the knowledge of Allah has been put in the middle. So a simple question, simple statement has been put in front of them. Do you know best or Allah knows best? Okay? This is a challenge to their understanding, to their minds, and to their logic. Okay? Just by asking a simple question. And answer is not expected here, but in their minds they know the answer. In their minds they know the answer. Okay? Once they realize that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is putting another question in front of them. He's putting another question in front of them by saying, وَمَنْ أَزْلَمُ. وَمَنْ أَزْلَمُ. Now, if you notice that, man means who, and who. Man means who, and who. Okay? Now, if you look at this word, Za, Lam, and Mim, this means to do wrong. Zalama means to do wrong. Now look at the creation of the next word. Azlamu. Okay? Azlamu is same as a'lamu. Okay? Bigger wrongdoer. The word, from this the word will be zalimun. Zalimun is a person who does wrong. A wrongdoer. But Azlamu is a bigger wrongdoer.
Super wrongdoer.
Bigger wrongdoer. Just like Alamu, the bigger knower, the best knower. And Azlamu is in the negative term, the biggest wrongdoer. Okay. Because the formation is the same. Alimun, Zalimun. Alimun means one who knows. Zalimun, one who does wrong. But when you go to the superlative degree, A'lamu, the one who knows best. Azlamu, the one who does more wrong. So Allah is putting another question in front of them. Waman azlamu, and who is a bigger wrongdoer? Waman azlamu, and who is a bigger wrongdoer? Means someone who is doing the biggest wrong. Okay? So waman azlamu, and who is bigger wrongdoer? Then the word after that is mimman. Okay.